Hi, I'm Tom. I'm all alone on the Timmy Tom Show today because Tim is on a trip. No, not a bad kind of trip, a blessing kind of trip, and he'll be back with us for the next time. Make sure that you click on like this video because today it's just you and me talking to each other. But there are a couple of things on my mind that I wanted to share with you, dealing with the political area. And I want to share with you some of my feelings. You know, when the debate between Trump and Biden came about, right after that debate, people started saying, "Oh, poor Joe, you know, he wasn't ready for the debate, and you know, he tried, but he just couldn't do a good job, and I feel so bad for him." And there was a talk show host that was sort of had that point of view, and I actually called the show and I said, "You know, the debate did exactly what it was supposed to do." And he said, well, what are you talking about? How do you figure that? And I said, well, what do you have a debate for? You have a debate so you can find out something about the candidates. They are asked questions, and each one gives their viewpoint on it, and then you get to know what they stand for. We had 4 years of Trump to know what he stood for. We had almost 4 years of Biden to know what he stood for. So the idea of having a debate to discover these things had no meaning. This was not a debate that Biden had to take. It was not a debate for the people to get to know these people, because we already knew these people. So what was the purpose in having the debate? My feeling was this, and I shared this with the talk show guy. The purpose of the debate was to help get rid of Joe Biden. The people behind Biden, his puppeteers, have already decided he had to go. However, they've been telling the public for months about how sharp he was, how ready he was, how able he was to lead this country and be the dramatic leader and do the best wonderful things. They couldn't turn around and say, now we're going to get rid of him, because thousands and thousands of people who got all their information from certain news outlets would say, how dare you? He's a perfect guy. He's in perfect health. He's doing a perfect job. They were smart. They said, wait a minute. If we can put him in a debate and display for the whole nation how terrible he really is, they'll go, oh, poor Joe. But then they'll say, yes, we understand why you have to get rid of him now. That was the purpose of the debate. And that's exactly what happened. Do you think Joe Biden woke up on that Sunday morning and said, you know, I've changed my mind. I don't think I'm going to run for president again? Or do you think he got such pressure, such unimaginable pressure to get out of the way? Now, they may have even threatened his life and the life of his family. I would put nothing past them. And that leads me to my second point, which is the assassination of Donald Trump. Somebody reminded me one time, said, the attempted assassination. I said, no. Donald Trump was assassinated, except God moved his head a fraction of an inch and saved his life at the last minute.
Take a look what happened.
But it wasn't an attempted assassination, because that means you didn't go through with it. And believe me, every human element went through with the assassination. It was only God's moving of Trump's head at the very last moment that prevented it. It was no human element that prevented that assassination. The Secret Service has been in existence for over 150 years. Their primary job is to defend the life of the president and other influential people who come to American soil or who visit other soils. They failed on their job. Now, why did they fail? Did they get incompetent all of a sudden? All the rules and all the techniques that they developed over 150 years and all the experiences that they had that they put together and all the investigations that they've done, all the knowledge that they had about assassinations, and none of it worked? A 20-year-old amateur bested them in every way? That leads me to two conclusions. One is they are incredibly stupid and inane in their chosen profession, and that they should be not only fired, they should be exorcised permanently from any kind of job of that security. Or the other alternative is this: powers that be really wanted Trump assassinated, and they purposely let this young man get through all the things that they always use to prevent assassinations. They let him get through, so that if he was successful, and he would have been had not God moved Trump's head a fraction of an inch, they would have said, gosh, how did that ever happen? We don't know. Maybe we can do a report, and then maybe in about 4 or 5 months we'll have the answer to that. Or maybe we should get a commission together and see if we can figure out how that happened. If you were a parent and you had to drive your kid to school, and you went out to the car and you started the car, you went to start the car and you said, "Oh gee, I didn't put any gas in the car. I guess we can't go to school today. Golly, if I'd only been a conscientious parent, I would have said, I think I'll put gas in the car yesterday so that I'll have it for this morning. I've always put gas in the car before, every other morning, and take my kid to school, but today I just let the gas run out and I forgot about it." We ought to get a commission to figure out why I did that. If you fail at your primary job that you have been trained your whole life for, and somebody has already established all the protocols for 150 some years, and you don't get it done, I said, you're incredibly stupid and inept, or you're absolutely evil and let it get through on purpose. And I believe it's the latter. So, if you like this video, say, "Yes, I liked it." Tell your friends, share it with them. You have comments? TimmyTomShow@gmail.com. Thank you.